Ben, Jared Gardner from Remax here. I want to thank you very much for joining me in the video meeting here to kind of talk about what's going on in the real estate market. We have Ben Myers from Bullpen Consulting, who does a ton of research and analyzes what's going on in the market for whether it's individuals, developers, and he's an expert when it comes to real estate. So first off, thank you very much for taking the time to engage with my audience.
Thanks for having me.
Perfect. So some of these questions are going to be very simple, and some of them are going to get a little bit more complex. So give us your honest opinion on what you're thinking. And I think the biggest question, number one question I'm getting all the time when it comes to real estate is, what's your thoughts on the Toronto real estate market? And when I'm talking Toronto real estate market, I'm talking the Toronto real estate and surrounding areas. So to kind of generalize that a little bit more, what are your thoughts? What's happening and where do you see it going?
Sure. I mean, just even looking on a national basis, obviously we saw what happened in March when the numbers came out. 1 million people lost their jobs. The unemployment rate went up to 8%. There was a strong drop. I don't want to say, maybe strong's not the right word, but there was a big drop in kind of people at the lowest end of the spectrum, the lowest end of the income spectrum. So, and younger people, they're more likely to be in the service industry. They're more likely to be in some of these retail jobs that are being closed down. So that's obviously going to have a big impact on people's ability to pay rent and their decision to buy a home. The mid-April stats came out from the Toronto Real Estate Board, or the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, however they've rebranded themselves now, and sales were down 70%, but listings were also down 64%. So people don't really want to list their home right now. They don't necessarily want that stress in their lives, and then obviously there's a worry if they haven't already sold their home is to sell their home. So we're certainly going to see a major decline in the number of sales and listings over the next few months, and maybe it's 4 months, maybe it's 5 months, maybe longer. I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping it's shorter term. So people are hurting, and I posted on my personal Twitter page at Ben Myers 29 some stats from TransUnion that did a survey. And 57% of Canadians had a financial impact because of COVID-19. So 23% of the people actually lost their job. So it's a huge number of people that have lost their jobs. And the two biggest drivers of real estate are job growth and population growth. So we're certainly not going to see anywhere near the level of immigration that we have been seeing. There's just not a lot of flights, even if some of these people wanted to come here, right? So, and that has been a big driver of real estate. But certainly in the short term, we're going to see a major decline in activity, and prices are going to come down. To what extent prices come down, I'm not quite sure, because it's just not a normal market, and that's the point I want to make out. It's hard to assess